Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's sure to ignite some passionate debate, possibly involving people throwing back bacon in a rage. That's right, we're talking about why Canada and the US should merge into one glorious maple syrup slurping, bald eagle worshipping super nation. Now before you dismiss this as the ramblings of a madman who got lost on his way to a TED Talk, hear us out. Because while it might sound crazy, and let's be honest, it's at least a little bit crazy, there are actually some surprisingly compelling reasons why this could be a good idea. So buckle up, grab your poutine and your Budweiser, and let's explore the top 10 reasons why Canada and the US should swipe right on this geopolitical Tinder profile and create a love connection for the ages. First up, let's talk money, because let's face it, that's what makes the world go round. Combining the US and Canadian economies would create an absolute juggernaut, a financial force to be reckoned with. We're talking about a GDP that would make China sweat through its silk robes. Think about it, Canada with its vast natural resources and the US with its entrepreneurial spirit and consumer market would be like peanut butter and jelly. Or for our Canadian friends like maple syrup and well, more maple syrup, the point is it would be delicious. Economically speaking, of course. Now let's talk defense. Merging the US and Canadian militaries would create a force so formidable, so awe-inspiring that even the most battle-hardened dictator would think twice about picking a fight. Imagine, if you will, a world where the brave men and women of the Canadian Armed Forces and the US military joined forces. We're talking about a level of military might that could finally make peace through superior firepower a reality. It would be like giving a grizzly bear a tank and then teaching it how to operate a drone. For the record, nobody should actually do that, except maybe Canada/America, because they'd be unstoppable. Let's be honest, Canadians and Americans already share a lot culturally. We both love hockey, bad reality TV, and complaining about our governments, but imagine the possibilities if we really leaned into a full-blown cultural exchange. We could have Canadian bacon at every Waffle House. We could finally get Americans to appreciate the majesty that is poutine. And just think of the television shows. We're talking about a world where Letterkenny meets Parks and Recreation, where Schitt's Creek meets The Office. The comedic possibilities would be endless. Chapter 4, Healthcare Harmony, Free Insulin for All. Chapter 5, Environmental Avengers Saving the Planet Together. The environment, it's kind of important. And with a unified approach to climate change and environmental protection, a merged Canada-America could become a global leader in sustainability. We're talking about harnessing Canada's vast renewable energy resources and combining them with America's technological prowess to create a greener, cleaner future for everyone. Think of it as a giant, continent-sized step away from fossil fuels and towards a future powered by sunshine, wind, and maybe even some of that good old Canadian hydropower. Just picture it. Polar bears wearing tiny American flag Speedos, frolicking on glaciers that are no longer melting. It's a beautiful vision, isn't it? Chapter 6. Tech Titans, Silicon Valley, meet Silicon Tundra? Think of the technological advancements that could come from a merger. We'd be talking about combining the brainpower of Silicon Valley with the innovative spirit of Canada's tech hubs. Imagine the apps, the gadgets, the self-driving moose. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. This would be a technological revolution the likes of which the world has never seen. We'd be launching rockets into space powered by maple syrup biofuel, developing artificial intelligence that can write better hockey songs, and creating virtual reality experiences where you can actually feel the pain of losing the Stanley Cup. Let's face it, the world needs a leader. And who better than a united Canada and America? We're talking about a powerhouse on the world stage, a force for good, a champion for democracy. Look, you get the idea. Imagine a world where Canada and America work together to solve global crises, promote human rights, and tell other countries to, just be cool for once. We could finally achieve world peace. Or at the very least, we could probably negotiate a pretty sweet trade deal for maple syrup. Chapter 8. Education Elevation. Smarter than your average bear, eh? Imagine a world where Canadians and Americans can seamlessly study in each other's countries, sharing knowledge and resources to create a more educated populace. We're talking about a future where a kid from Kansas can go to McGill University to study astrophysics, while a student from Toronto can learn about cowboy poetry at the University of Texas. Think of the possibilities, the cultural exchange, the awkward but ultimately endearing romantic comedies that would inevitably be made about it. It's a beautiful thing to imagine. Chapter 9. Social Superstars, the most tolerant superpower on Earth. Canada and America already pride themselves on being multicultural societies, but imagine the even greater social integration that would come from a merger. We're talking about a melting pot of cultures, a tapestry of traditions, a smorgasbord of... You get the idea. Think about it. The world needs a shining example of how different cultures can coexist and thrive together. And who better to lead the way than a united Canada and America? It would be like a giant, continent-sized potluck dinner where everyone brings their best dish and nobody argues about politics. Okay, maybe a few people argue about politics, but at least the food would be good. Chapter 10. Travel Bliss. No passport? No problem. Imagine a world without border crossings between Canada and America. A world where you can drive from Seattle to Vancouver without having to dig out your passport or explain to a grumpy border guard why you have so many snacks in your car. Think of the convenience, the ease of travel, the economic boost from all those cross-border shopping sprees. It would be glorious. We could finally fulfill the dream of driving from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska to Key West, Florida without once having to stop for a customs check. Just think of the road trip snacks. Outro: One Nation, under whoever has the best hockey team. So there you have it, folks. Those are just a few of the many reasons why a merger between Canada and America might not be as crazy as it sounds. Sure, there would be challenges, logistical hurdles, and probably a whole lot of paperwork, but the potential benefits from a stronger economy to a safer world are hard to ignore. What do you think? Would a merger be a match made in heaven, or a recipe for disaster? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.